that's how we make videos, and that's the end of the video. So you guys have a great month, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, and that is a wrap. Thank you, everybody. Let's pack it up. I'll see you all next month for recording. Hey, Jimmy, great to see you. Your hair looks delightful today. I love all you guys. All right, bye, guys. Okay, all right. Just gonna... then we're gonna... just like that. Okay, so it's E. And then we're just gonna, okay, yep, that's fine. That's fine, that works great. All right. This is sleepable. Yeah, this is sleepable. Oh, yeah, no, that's awful. Good night. Good night. Flushed away. Hello? The Terminator?
Worse.
Kylo Ren?
What? Are you actually serious right now? You think Kylo Ren is worse than the Terminator?
Well, geez, man, it's kind of opinion-based. Like, I've never seen the Terminator stop a laser bolt with his force.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So, I've never seen Kylo Ren successfully beat a girl who's had no training at all.
Listen. Kylo Ren is the best part of the trilogy.
Oh, he's the best part of that trilogy.
Yeah,
that's great. He's a pearl in the sewer. He's still covered in crap.
How dare you?
Oh my God! I swear to God, I'm gonna just here. Beep boop bop.
Whoa! That's a gun.
Yeah, it's a gun.
Oh, hey, wait. Hey, think about it, man.
Hey, I thought about it. You see, Kylo Ren worse than the Terminator still?
Hey. Really? You're gonna bring opinions into this?
Evil robot with a gun standing right in front of you.
I thought that you would have a higher standard of evil.
Yeah, well, my dad had that too, okay? My evil dad had that too. Are you like my evil dad?
I don't know.
Yeah, well then shut up and let me shoot you with this gun.
Okay.
And hold your opinion against you.
Okay.
Okay?
Fine,
great. That's
Go
awesome.
ahead.
This has ruined the mood.
I'm sorry, I guess. This is my first time doing this.
Well, great. Yeah, no, that's a great excuse. Anyways.
Wake up, man. I'm slipping. Hey,
voice?
hey. Whoa. Hey, I got you. Oh, no. No. What the hell? What the hell? I don't even like Ow, that hurts. That's good.
Oh, don't feel bad about the one that fell. I only needed 8 anyways.
Whoa. Hey, whoa. What are you doing? Hey, wait.
Aren't you supposed to be a filmmaker? Have you forgotten? Show, don't tell. Who's next?
Whoa!
So it begins.
What is this connecting my hand to the rest of my body? What the hell? Oh hey, you're still here. Glad to see you, friend. Despite the violent trauma of my body being cloned and then thrown through a portal to an alternate dimension where I have something connecting my hands to the rest of my body, I can't get over this. What the hell is this? I'm actually doing pretty good. And the reason is because we're about to test my TTRPG system that we're making to run combat for my animated show. If you're watching this, that means that you're watching the soon-to-be Patreon-only content of the Ultimate Death Tournament of Love. Workshopping the title still. So what does this process look like? Well, basically we had to do this thing called balancing, which is where there's one thing in this hand and there's one thing in this hand, there's a little line connecting them. And then their strength determines their heaviness. When the heaviness is too much, the strength is too much on one side, it creates an unbalanced experience. And we can't be having that. So I'm gonna write up a little tournament thing, and then we're gonna run combat through for our TTRPG system for all the non-human classes first, and then we'll do a human classes thing later, because God knows it's not done yet. It's so much work. Why did I do this? Hey. That fits. You can't see over there. Come closer. This is the kind of quality content that we offer on our Patreon. Boom! Transferring to cool thing now. See how I did that? That was a cool little transition. Now it's a cool graphic instead of a poopy piece of paper. So up first is the Woodland Elf. We need to make a character sheet. So Woodland Elves are kind of the nice little kind boys of the elves in our universe. It's actually the most common elf you will find because there's just trees everywhere. Because I like trees and I live in the plains where we don't have trees, so here I feel like a naked little meerkat, just always on the look for dingoes or whatever the hell they're looking out for. So these level 1 run-throughs for these playtesting and these fights that we have are not going to be super complicated. They have a total of like They have a total of one thing that they can really do. Also, for the sake of time and consistency, we're gonna use something called standard array, which if you don't know, it's just D&D speak for these numbers instead of rolling these dice for those numbers, if that makes any sense. It's basically how you determine stats. We're just gonna remove the chance of dice and just have some consistency. Just having some consistency for once in your damn life, John. So, as I've said before, they only have one ability at level 1 that's like kind of special and unique, and that is a wooden weapon. Let's break it down. Use an elemental point to make a wooden weapon from your own body. That's like from their own body, not your own body. That would be horrifying. Just like a flesh knife. I would hate everything about that. This is the big kicker as to why this is kind of a powerful thing, is because you get to add your proficiency to every weapon you create, which basically makes you a master of all weapons in a sense. Whoa, that's so cool! They also have a trait that allows them to take half proficiency in every single skill. On top of the skills, they have some skills that they're just proficient in. Another thing that they can do is add their wisdom modifier and their dex modifier to their AC. Because basically, elves are really wise and they're good at fighting and they're very good at predicting what your next punch is going to be. If you don't know what AC is, it's armor class, which just basically means how hard is it for another person to try to hit you. And they are also what's called a charisma spellcaster. Most of the elves are wisdom. Woodland Elf is the one exception because a big part of their future abilities are built around connection with woodland animals and their connection with like creatures and stuff. Here I've got my Google Doc character sheet. I might actually put a copy of this up on the Patreon, so anybody who wants to download it and use it can. With the names for future videos, I want you guys in the Patreon comments right now, because this video came out on Patreon first before it came out on YouTube, and the future versions of these videos will only be on Patreon. So if you have ideas for names for the characters, the sillier the better in my opinion, but if you have a serious one, absolutely put it in there. But for this one, I have to come up with some silly names, so I'm just gonna click on this thing and hit edit. Okay, his name will be Buzz Lightyear. So the max HP is gonna be 8 plus his constitution modifier of 1, so his HP is 9, which is not a lot. Buzz Lightyear is ready for combat. Excited for him, it's gonna be awesome. Let's give him a backstory. Buzz Lightyear does not belong here. He landed in a town with a sheriff in it named Sheriff Woodrow Wilson. They at first were skeptical of one another and didn't like each other, but after a little bit of time they came to become best friends. They kept going on adventures despite the fact that they probably should have called it quits after the third adventure. Yeah, so that brings us to the next little bit, which is the Desert Elf. Desert Elves are the least friendly of the elves, so it's kind of fitting that the Woodland Elves, which are the friendly guys, and the Desert Elves that are the unfriendly guys are gonna fight. They're gonna fight. The Woodland Elf better be trembling because the Desert Elves are built around hate and killing and stuff. Because they live in the desert, which is a harsh environment, and they reflect the environment in which they live. Just like people do. Just like people do. But you're stronger than that. You can change. You can be not what your environment is. And if you're struggling, you can change your environment, and that's okay. This has been today's mental health PSA. Take care of yourself, bro. I love you. So desert elves have 3 abilities. They have Sand Dagger. Use 1 elemental point to form a dagger of sand. It does 1d6 plus dex of damage. Every odd level, it increases damage by +1. And then every even level, it increases to hit by +1. We got Absorb Sand, which is like a grow and stuff. In this state, your strength increases by +2, and your stealth decreases to -2. And you roll with disadvantage when stealthing. You also grow to take up a 20-foot square, and reach is increased by 10 feet. Battle-minded. When you have advantage when you are stealthing, when an ally is within 5 feet of a target, your enemy is distracted. You do 1d6 extra damage. This increases by 1d6 every 3 levels. So that will be the level 1 Desert Elf. We're gonna have to give him a name. I'm thinking Big Van Bike. You'd think he would be dead by now. That's his backstory. That's right, we're getting into backstory now instead of later. Big Van Bike is a really old desert elf who's only now discovered strength and increasing his strength. And he wants to get stronger because he's not very strong. He's a level 1 character. He's trying to get back into shape. People think he should be dead. Elves can be hundreds of years old, thousands of years old. This guy is all of the years old, and he's still level 1? Level up, bro? Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so much. I don't know how people put up with me sometimes. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and make this character sheet, and then we'll be back.
Time for the battle board!
I'm thinking we should go to the battle board.
Battle board!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thing that I named it at the beginning of the video, but I forgot because I'm really super tired. Here we are at the battle board where the 2 fighters are gonna fight it out. I don't have any miniatures, so they're gonna be expo markers. So as always, each of these squares equals 5 feet. We'll come up with a story in a second. Back to you in the office, Jim. Thanks, Jim. It's a great day to be here. It's a great day to watch 2 creatures try to kill each other to become the strongest. We're doing a tournament arc. We're in our anime era. Slay Gorl. For today's rolling and dice, we've got the good old penguin dice. Smash that subscribe button if you like penguins. Oh, frick, ow, I just stabbed my damn leg. See, it's got a little guy in there. It's got a little penguin, a little guy. No! In the middle of the woods, Buzz Lightyear takes a stroll through the woods. As a woodland elf, he feels very at home, but he notices that maybe things are different because someone is hiding in the woods. I'm gonna give him a perception check, which just means can he sense the presence of Big Van Bike. So he's gonna roll stealth, and this is the desert elf because he's orange. And this is the woodland elf, Buzz Lightyear, because he's green. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give him a stealth check to see if he can manage to keep hiding. So he rolled an 8. 8 plus 5, that's a 13. So Mr. the Woodland Elf has to roll above a 13 with his perception check, which he doesn't have the best perception, but it's fine. And well, he rolled a 9. Thrilling combat. Perception is +3, so he fails. Buzz Lightyear thought he heard something in the woods, and he turns and looks around but notices nothing's there. So Desert Elf is gonna move up and try to see if he can kill him. So let's say he's facing this direction and he's coming from the sides. Let's say he moves like right here. I'm gonna make him make another stealth check as he comes out of the, what I imagine is like the brush right here, and like there's like a little road or a path that Mr. Buzz Lightyear is on right here. So we're gonna roll again. Ooh, he rolled a 5 plus 5, so a 10 total. So all he has to do is beat a 10. This could be your last chance, bro. He rolls a 10! Plus 3, so he rolled a 13. At the moment that he comes out of the brush, the desert elf makes a mistake and he steps on a tree branch. He turns around. So that was him turning around. So at this point, it's going to be rolling initiative. Okay, so initiative is a thing where both characters see who reacts the fastest. This is a straight dice roll plus their dexterity modifier. So we're going to go ahead and give it to them to see who goes first. And this is a big deal because at level 1, both of these characters have moves that could kill the other person in a single hit. So this whole fight could be over in a single hit. Now rolling for Big Van Bike. He rolled another 9. What's up with the 8s and 9s today? A 9 plus 3 of 12. So his initiative's 12, so all he has to do is roll higher than a 12. Alright, let's see how he does. He rolled a 15, so he wins. So Mr. Woodland Elf gets to go first. Let's see what he can do. He's going to use a bonus action and an elemental point, and because I didn't cover elemental points, because I forgot, here's what they are. They are these little points right here. So as you can see, he only has a limited amount of supplies for what kind of abilities he can do. He's going to grow a long sword with the hopes of ending this fight before it can even begin. And he has more than enough movement to get right up next to this guy and kiss him with his cold steel. So he's going to go ahead and roll an attack. Let's see if he can hit the Desert Elf's dexterous AC. He rolled a 7 plus 4 for a grand total of not enough! Swings and he misses. The Desert Elf masterfully dodges out of the way right before the sword can strike his flash. Okay, so it's now the Desert Elf's turn because the Woodland Elf has nothing else he can do. Mr. Desert Elf is going to spend an elemental point, which is something that all elves have. They start out with 4, they gain 4 every level as they grow. Okay, he's gonna go ahead and just use the sand dagger. So he uses a bonus action to create a sand dagger. Let's see if he can hit. He has much better dexterity. He has a better chance of hitting. He rolled 3. He has no chance of hitting. So far, what's happened is a dude ran out of the woods, tripped on a stick, and the other guy tried to hit him with a sword, missed completely, and then the other guy was like, fool, I will now hit you with my sword knife thing. Then he missed completely. So this is engaging. Alright, Mr. Woodland Elf is going to attack with his longsword, and that one definitely hits. That's going to be 1d8 of damage, and this is 1d8 of damage. That is 7 damage. In a single strike, the Desert Elf's head comes clean off as he just and then he goes and then his head's like, rest in peace, Mr. Big Van Bike. Here's a little animation of the fight at the end of the whole thing. As I said before, this will be Patreon only content moving forward. There's going to be a couple more fights in the level 1 category. There's going to be much less explaining because I broke down most of the basics and stuff, and I don't really need to show all of the setup so much next time. I just wanted to in this first video. So the next one's probably going to jump straight into the naming of the characters and then the describing of them and all that stuff. It's going to be fun. So as you can see, we needed to stylize that little fight that I wrote up and stuff, and we needed to make it interesting despite how it went in a single hit. How can we make that interesting? Also, I'm very busy these days because we have life. We're working on buying a big purchase that I'm not allowed to talk about. I'm getting married, so I have to plan a wedding with my fiance, and like just a whole lot of stuff is going on crazy life-wise, but I will be doing my best to keep these Patreon contents as a once a month type of deal. Thank you so much to our Patreons. I love you guys. Thank you so much. You help me believe in our amazing little crazy dream. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Do not call the police. I'm actually doing pretty okay right now. I was playing it up a little bit. I'm not quite so silly. When I walk into the Little Caesars, I just say, I'll take the bread.